Marvel Studios has dropped a trailer for all of their upcoming projects that are coming out for the rest of this year as well as in 2025. So I'm going to rank all the MCU projects that were announced in this trailer from excitement. Hi, my name is Nathan, and I talk about a lot of movies and TV shows on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share your ranking of these upcoming MCU projects based off of your excitement. Also, if you enjoy this video, go over on my channel. There are more videos like it, and click the like button and be sure to subscribe because that really does help a lot. With that said, let's just get straight into the ranking. In last place, Marvel Zombies, and Marvel Zombies is a show, that I had really not that much interest in going into the first place. From my understanding, this is going to be a spin-off TV series based off of one of the episodes of What If, and that just doesn't really interest me. I think that storyline worked much better as a standalone episode of What If than it would translating into an actual full-length mini-series of a show. So maybe they could win me over, but with the little teaser we got, didn't really do much for me. Just seems like more Marvel Zombie stuff, which is cool, but doesn't really catch my interest all that much. And then we have Eyes of Wakanda. This one was a little bit tricky for me to articulate what exactly it was and how excited I was for it, because I don't really know the creative team behind this project. If Ryan Coogler is returning and I just don't know that, then this might jump up higher on the list. But as of my understanding right now, as I'm shooting this video, the central premise of this show doesn't really seem very interesting to me. Just the idea of, like, from my understanding, my brother read to me earlier today, it's a show about Wakandian people trying to track down Wakandan artifacts. And it's an animated show. So I'm not even sure if this one's actually set in the MCU or if it's some alternate universe, if it's that canon or not. But that's my understanding of it. That also doesn't really immediately interest me, grab my attention in any sort of way. Maybe they could win me over with a full trailer, and like I said, I haven't really seen the creative team behind most of the projects on this list. But as of that synopsis and whatever they dropped in the trailer, doesn't really catch my attention as well. And among those same lines, we have What If Season 3. Now, I did watch What If Season 1 and 2, and I enjoyed Season 1 a lot more than I did Season 2. What I really enjoyed about What If Season 1 was that it was just a standalone kind of thing. I don't consider What If canon to the grander MCU scale. I don't really include it in my ranking of the MCU TV shows anymore. But as this nice little anomaly anthology series, it works as that. But then we got Season 2 back in Christmas, and it didn't really do anything to get that much out of me as much as Season 1 did. And I think that's because Season 2 kind of wasted like half of its episodes on storylines that I wasn't particularly interested in. And so, unfortunately, I'm pretty skeptical going into Season 3 on if it will just be kind of like a waste of time and how much episodes will actually have a meaningful impact, which ones are just like throwaway, forgettable episodes, because there were so many missteps with Season 2, and I didn't really enjoy Season 2 in general, so I just can't be that excited for What If Season 3. Number 6, Ironheart. Now, Ironheart is a character that appeared in Black Panther Wakanda Forever back in 2022, and she's getting her own show now that's been delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed for several times, and we finally got our little first look at it. Same thing here, didn't really do much for me to get that very excited for this project. Actually, like, in the editing process of making this video, I might just switch my segment where I film Wonderman and Ironheart, because initially Ironheart and Wonderman were switched around. I think I might switch it up in the editing process of this video, but with Ironheart, it gave us some cool shots of, like, I guess Ironheart flying, but that's pretty much it. It doesn't really have my interest. And Ironheart's not that very interesting of a character to me in the first place, even in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So we'll see how the show goes, but not much there for me. Then we have Wonderman. Point of reference, I don't know who Wonderman is. I've never read a Wonderman comic. This is purely based off of what they've shown in the little Marvel Studios trailer. And this was a project that I thought was like rumored back in whenever WandaVision came out. I thought the fans were like rumoring, hey, we're getting a Wonderman show. Meant nothing to me because I had no idea who this character was. I don't even know if they properly announced this project outside of this Marvel Studios teaser. It has the guy that's in the Candyman reboot, and the guy that plays Black Manta in the DCEU. So I like the actor. He's a fine actor, and from this trailer, it looks like it's about like an actor that signs on to play a superhero and ends up becoming a superhero. I'm not entirely sure the backstory of this character, so that's just only the reason why this show is not higher up on this list. If I had a better understanding of who Wonderman was and the creative team behind the show, I could probably have this one quite a few spots higher up on this list. So I'll watch it. I'm a little bit curious about it, but just not that much that grabs my attention, other than the actor and whatever they showed in the little teaser. Kicking off our top 5 is Spider-Man Freshman Year, or Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Now, with this project and all the ones from here on above, I would say safely that I'm interested in checking out. I'm actually interested in checking out this project and the ones above on this list. Although some of these are kind of exceptions, I'm ranking the Marvel Studios projects. I'm not ranking the MCU projects. So keep in mind, while these are Marvel Studios, I wouldn't consider all of them canon. This one, I don't think I will consider canon and put in my MCU rankings or anything like that, because it is set in a different universe. But it is part of Marvel Studios, and I'm ranking those projects. So with Spider-Man Freshman Year, you have we get an animated show about a different version of Spider-Man and his origin story. And that's my basic understanding of what this is. But I'm excited for it. Like, I will check this show out. I'm a big fan of Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man, and we're getting a new story from Marvel Studios about Spider-Man, because Tom Holland and their version of Spider-Man, they never got his origin story, and so Marvel Studios is finally being able to tell a Spider-Man origin story in the form of this animated show. The fact that it's animated, I'm a little bit iffy on, but I'm still interested in checking this one out. We don't have a trailer or anything, so I can't place this one higher up on the list, but Spider-Man origin story from Marvel Studios, I am interested. Number 4, Captain America Brave New World. This one we have a trailer for, and this the trailer did a good enough job, I would say, at selling me on like the film. It very much reminded me of Winter Soldier, where Winter Soldier was much more like a political thriller while also being a superhero, spy, action movie of sorts. And with Captain America Brave New World, you get kind of the same, what I'm getting, that same sort of feel about like a political thriller. You get Harrison Ford in there, even though Red Hulk might look a little bit ridiculous in the images that they've released. Still cool to see Harrison Ford in the MCU. I thought the trailer was pretty good. It is from the same people that did Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so they might fumble a little bit at this. But that doesn't change the fact that I like Captain America. In general, I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is a flawed show, so I don't know how this film is going to be. That's kind of tempered my excitement for this movie, because at a point in time, if you told me this project was to be right after Endgame, this one probably would have been number 1 on this list. But Falcon and Winter Soldier exists, so I have to place it a little lower. Still, I'm interested in checking this project out, and it comes out very soon in February, so I'll be in the theaters opening day. Fantastic Four First Steps. Now, this is another one that I'm not sure, for me, I'm going to consider like canon to the MCU in any particular way. It's set in a 60s retro futuristic version of Fantastic Four. And so I'm not entirely sure what to make of that. But with the Fantastic Four, I think that I actually have faith in this project, that this will be our first fantastic adaptation of the Fantastic Four. So our other Fantastic Four big screen adaptations we've gotten a 1994 movie that was never released. The super low budget, super cheesy. We have the Tim Story's movies. The first one I think is actually like it's fine. It's okay, but very, very flawed. I would never go back to rewatch that. Rise of the Silver Surfer just sucks. And of course you get Josh Trank's Four Stick, which we like one of the biggest cinematic disasters of all time. And so we've never really gotten even remotely like a good Fantastic Four project, and I really think because Kevin Feige likes the Fantastic Four a lot, I really think that he might deliver our first great live action big screen version of the Fantastic Four. Now we don't have a trailer or anything. I'm a little bit iffy on some of the casting, in particular like Pedro Pascal. I'm not sure if he fits as Reed Richards. Doesn't change the fact that I really think we could be getting a great Fantastic Four movie in the works here. Our runner-up is Thunderbolts, another one where we actually have a full trailer for, and the basic setup of this movie is that it's a group of anti-heroes, and they get together and do a mission for the government, very much reminiscent of Suicide Squad. And this trailer, I enjoyed the trailer that they gave out for this movie. It definitely sold me on this project, and I am excited to check it out. I still have my reservations for all of these projects because they're Disney, because it's Marvel. I haven't been trusting Marvel for the past, ever since Disney Plus, but that does not change the fact that I'm really excited to see what they do Suicide Squad in the MCU. It was a long trailer. They gave out some cool action. It looks like the group in it is going to have a nice dynamic in it. I would like to see more of Yelena, who seems to be the star of this movie. Like, Florence Pugh is a good actress. And so all the pieces seem to be coming together with this film. I hope they don't screw it up, because this is actually an MCU project I'm excited for, because the trailer did win me over. But there's one more on this list that I think all of you guys have at number 1. In first place, Daredevil Season 4, or its official title, Daredevil Born Again. Now, there's not really much to be said here. Daredevil, the Netflix TV show, is one of the most kind of like acclaimed TV shows the MCU has put out. And it looks like they're finally making a Season 4 to the Daredevil show with Daredevil Born Again, where we got a little bit more footage in the Marvel Studios trailer for this show than we did for any of the other shows that were kind of displayed in this trailer, and it looked cool. It looked like Daredevil again, where like he's in action, he's in the suit and everything. It looks, I hope that they still keep the grittiness, but if they still want to keep their Disney brand, they put in just enough grit in there where it could feel like the Netflix Daredevil. That's what it looks like they're doing. That's what I hope they're doing. The characters are returning. John Bernthal's back here as the Punisher. Vincent D'Onofrio is back as Kingpin. Charlie Cox, of course. Foggy Karen. They're all coming back for what is essentially, in my mind, is Daredevil Season 4. And so all the pieces seem to be coming together with this project. It is Disney, so I do have my reservations, even being number 1 on this list. That does not change the fact that I will definitely check Daredevil Born Again out. So I think for me, for most of you guys watching this video, this is my most anticipated of the Marvel shows and movies that they've announced. There you have it. That's my ranking. Down below in the comment section, share your ranking over on my channel. I have more content like this. Check those out right now. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end, and I will see you in the next one.